Bitcoin is the world's first to demonstrate how blockchain can be used as a alternative mode of payment. They're the world's first. Subsequently to Bitcoin, and it's 10 years old already, dear.
Yeah.
Okay. It's coming to its 11th year as well. And it's the world's, and till today, it's the proven blockchain. A lot of blockchains, right, are right now still in the proof of concept mode. So Bitcoin still remains as the only one that is tested and proven. I mean, like, people only pay attention to Bitcoin now because it's proven.
Yeah.
But imagine if 10 years ago, somebody asked you to use Bitcoin, alright? Already now there's still a lot of people who are skeptical. Can you imagine 10 years ago when it was still new? So whatever that Bitcoin go through, right? The new coins also have to go through the same. You need to earn the trust, you need to explain to people why is this good, why is the benefits of this coin, etc. It will take time, as you know, adoption. So there's always an adoption curve. The adoption curve is this bell curve, right? So the first 3% is the innovators. Then only the 13% is the early adopters. Then only the early majority, 35%. Then the remaining is the late majority, and then followed by the laggards. So there's always a adoption curve to it. I started, the problem, I really like what you guys are doing, keeping this open mind. What is important right now is to go and get your information from the correct sources. Because the problem with the crypto space right now is that there are a lot of scams and money games. One good starting point which began my journey is that this YouTube channel called Andreas Antonopoulos, where it has a playlist, of Bitcoin for beginners. Now warning, when you watch one video, you might binge watch the rest. You cannot stop. So I'm giving you this warning right now. So this is what happened to me. I watched one video, and then after that I just cannot stop. I keep needing to know a little bit more, because he teaches it so clearly and so Then it was subsequently after that I got introduced to Lo, who is the founder of Bitcoin Malaysia, and he is the person who brought Andreas Antonopoulos twice to Malaysia in 2017. So I'm very, very lucky. So that's what I would advise people: get the information from the correct sources. Start with that. Support Bitcoin Malaysia community events. We'll be coming out a lot of events soon. We're going to do a nationwide roadshow with a workshop where people can, we're going to teach people how to identify scams. We're going to teach people, how to check between real and fake Bitcoin. That's very important. A lot of people, are being attracted, by get-rich-quick promises. You put your money here, you're going to make money very, very fast. But these are almost all of them are exit scams. They take your money and then run away. They promise you Bitcoin, but actually it's not Bitcoin. So how do you protect yourself from this? This is what the workshop will be about. I tell you when my parents say okay. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while because people don't like change normally, alright? It's still technical, Like for example, I believe that, when you attend events like these, you probably go through, if you're new, you'll probably go through what I went through as well. My first 6 months, I have no idea what's going on. But the reason why I do what I do is because I found a way, to take something very difficult to understand and make it simple so that everybody can understand. And then that's what I do in my talks. I teach. And it's going to take a while. People need to understand why it matters. This is part of my mission, because I want more Malaysians to be inspired, and take this seriously. Right now, because of all the money games and all the scams, people are so afraid. They won't take this seriously, and then like for example, if let's say a business were to accept Bitcoin, the first thing the accountant and the lawyer will do is that, kenapa, you play with this money, illegal, but it's not, kind of thing like that, right? It's not bad. But it is bad when you misuse the name of Bitcoin to scam people. this is what we need to do?
I mean, definitely, when you look into innovation, there's going to be different technologies that will be able to do certain things much better than how we've been doing today. So when we talk about blockchain, even in blockchain itself, there's multiple different sort of blockchains. We talk about public blockchain, private blockchain, federated blockchain, or consortium in certain terms. So in this case, even blockchain itself is being disrupting itself as well. Where previously we were looking into, hey, we all need to be public, everything need to be transparent. Then we say, hey, for business cases, it doesn't make sense because you want to be private on certain things.
Yes.
Then people said, hey, can we do with zero knowledge proof? And they were like, oh no, that is too technical, not really working out, it's not really solving the case. I don't even want the data to be on a public network. Then they started to look into private blockchains, private protocols, and even in many cases where there's no longer a blockchain system anymore. It's still a distributed ledger system, but the protocol is no longer using a blockchain data structure. Okay. So here where comes in like Hedera Hashgraph, Tangle Network, and there's actually a few more like block lattice and few other data structures that are coming in, and people are innovating in their areas. Because when in certain cases, like today we heard about the 500,000 transactions per second protocol, actually they're even up to 1 million transactions per second. And different, and some are uncapped. The transactions will be as fast as the internet is. The faster the internet, the faster the transactions. So in this case, when you look into when you look into it, you have to see it from a developer's perspective. What really am I trying to solve? What is my priority? Is security my priority, or is speed my priority? And what am I really trying to develop? So in this case, a lot of people are always fixated to the idea of having a blockchain protocol because of the marketing and all the hype around it. But in the end, the best product, the best service will win. In my opinion, you don't have to educate everyone. Okay. Because usually a lot of times the crypto discussion is like get everybody on board. Okay. But from a blockchain discussion, you get the businesses on board. Get the people, the key people on board, get them start innovating in the direction. Because a majority, the whole population is going to be consumers and users. So you want to look into that, you want to put this discussion forward and say, hey, you want to innovate? Can you innovate better by using blockchain technology? Can this actually help you? I think this discussion should be put forward and that will actually drive more startups, more ideas, more innovation, and more products towards the industry. Because if you really look into, if you talk in the Malaysian perspective, we have a large amount of SMEs in Malaysia. We have, I believe the number is about 90% is SME. I might be wrong on the number, but I think it's around that kind of a range. So about 90% if they are SMEs in Malaysia, so there are a lot of small businesses and micro businesses that are growing up. And even if you really look into our DKN, the new initiative for entrepreneurs, you can look into it, what is the objective is to actually raise more entrepreneurs and more micro entrepreneurs. How can we support them? How can we actually bring all the solutions and services, cheaper cost, easier accessible, easily even reachable to all these people? So I think over time that is the discussion need to have. It's not only about awareness about that it's happening. Number two is like how can you do it? How can you build it? That discussion also have to start already happening right now.
The more you read, like, it's more confusing.
You get confused, right? I mean, if you like to read books, there's a lot of nice books to go and look out for, like MPH and Popular. I mean, if you go to the business side, I think you can find a lot of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain technology books. There's a few authors that are very good. One of it is actually Andreas Antonopoulos. Have you seen his videos? YouTube videos. Yeah, YouTube videos, right? He has one of the best YouTube videos. He came to KL 2 years ago. Yeah, so when he came, he's like, oh, Kobe, I want to have an event. Okay, I'll get you an event venue. So he came twice. He came in February, he came in July. 2 years ago. Yeah.
Since Bitcoin is blockchain, so the blockchain is going to find something. Is this still using blockchain, or there will be another innovation for another system? Like another system will be invented?
I think it depends on whether you talk about banks, or do you talk about digital banking, or do you talk about just normal e-commerce. I think it really depends on the project itself and the users. maybe let's say for corporate users, they want a different solution. So it could be different from, let's say, family office. You know what are family offices? So family office is like basically those rich people, they normally create a trust fund and they put a fund manager there to manage their money. So maybe their money is into properties, into buying books and all that. So for this type of high net worth customer, they may need a different solution. So maybe they prefer something which is actually tied to the bank and you could be using blockchain. So maybe it will be some solution which is different from the normal users like makcik. So it really depends on the use case, I think. Yeah.
So on the cryptocurrency, what is the time spent for them to really understand what is it?
Wow, I think most important is education. So I think if let's say regulators are there to actually educate the public, then that would be the best, I guess. But I think everyone has to come in and help out. The universities, media, local media, they have to actually talk about the basics and history. If you miss out the history, like the sejarah, then you won't know what happened, right? It's like if you want to come into any industry, you want to learn about accounting or anything, you need to know the history. Like how was big companies formed. Example like Silicon Valley in the USA, when was it formed? You need to know history, the basics. Then you slowly go into the medium level and the advanced level. So it takes time actually. Most important is education. Yeah, like Greece and a few countries, like even airlines now they accept. I think it was Norwegian airline, one of the largest airlines. Yeah, so that's more for payments. But other than that, I think you can use it for, let's say, to track, let's say, drugs or track maybe even durians. Yeah, so it's
the origin of the durians.
Yeah, whether you're buying a Musang King that is like, they're selling at 100 ringgit kg, you will say, oh, is it a real Musang King or is it a fake one? You wouldn't know, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but with blockchain, you can maybe track, oh, this one actually came from this tree with this GPS coordinate in this area of Pahang. And if you want, you can go back to the same place and take a photo, take Instagram photo. That'd be nice, right?
Traceability.
Yeah, right now there's like normal database, you don't keep all this data because there's too much data. It's very difficult to keep track. And then people just delete the data or edit the data or tamper the data. Yeah.
Association Information, are you coming down to help talks, awareness?
I mean, I'm part of an association also called Access Blockchain Association of Malaysia. So we are affiliated to the Singapore side. So for Singapore side, they actually they had been around for quite some time, and then the Malaysia chapter was formed like 2.5 years back. So right now, I mean, we work a lot with the regulators and with local universities to actually educate the students and all that. So we're trying to do all the educational part. It takes time actually for students to learn about it and for the public to learn about it. Yeah. I think that's the most difficult part.